Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to be going in deep on what your special person is realizing about you and this connection. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It is so great to have you here. If these readings resonate for you, the best way you can show your support, and it's absolutely free, is by subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like. I so appreciate your support. So today I have 3 options for you, and what we're going to do now, I've decided what was the best way to add zodiac signs to our readings. Okay, so now moving forward for each reading, I am going to be picking zodiac signs to go with each of the piles. Now it's absolutely up to you as to how you want to pick your pile, but this is going to give you more options. So you can use the significator cards, which are these. You can use crystals, and I will be placing the zodiac signs. But if you don't want to use zodiac signs and you say you just want to use this portion, then I will have the zodiac part time-stamped in the box below, and you can also just skip over that. So please do remember that this is a general reading. Not everything may resonate, right? Take what does and leave the rest. But if you're at that point where you really need clarity, you might be feeling very emotionally exhausted. Maybe this person has been very hot and cold, in and out. Maybe there's been obstacles in this relationship, and you just need to know what is going on so you can make great decisions for yourself. That's when I do recommend that you have the personal reading, because it's so powerful. And my favorite way to do it is via live video call, because I love seeing you. And the live reading experience really is the most healing and transformative, and Spirit answers all of your questions right there in real time. I also offer video recorded readings. So if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. So go ahead and take a deep breath. See which of these you feel most guided to. So first I will show you each of these options, and then we will add the astrological signs. So for group 1, we have the Queen of Swords with the orange calcite. There's a Queen of Swords, orange calcite. For group 2, we have the Queen of Cups with the orange adventurine. And for group 3, we have the Queen of Wands with the jade. Okay. Now let's go ahead and choose astrological signs for each group here. Okay, so for group 1, we have Scorpio, we have Aquarius, we have Pisces, and we have Aries. Okay. For group number 2, we have Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Capricorn. And for group number 3, we have Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, and Libra. Okay, so go ahead and make your selection and we will get started right here with group number 1. My beautiful group 1 that chose the Queen of Swords with the orange calcite and the Zodiac Signs, if that is how you want to choose. Let's see, what has your person realized about you? So also stay with me until the end, because if you have been waiting for some sort of a shift in the energy in this connection, if you've been waiting for a sign or some sort of communication, we're also going to give you just some general guidance on divine timing as to when you might, get that shift or message that you have been waiting for. So stay with me until the end for that as well. Okay, so let's see. What have they realized? About you, group 1. Okay, we're going to start with some oracle cards here and then we will do your tarot. So all right, we have will. So already I'm feeling that your person has a very strong sense of will, a strong sense of self. They can definitely be a bit opinionated, a bit very much about, being in control, wanting to do things their way. So initially already we're getting this energy that is definitely, relax. So I feel like this person can definitely be somebody who is very motivated, again, likes to do things their own way, has certain ideas, but can also be a little bit stuck in their ways and can come across as a little bit intense sometimes. So I get the energy that they do tend to be a bit more stressed, right? So I feel like there is definitely something within them that is realizing that it is time to relax a little bit more, because I feel like that energy or that personality is also coming through in the way they show up in their relationship with you, right? Sometimes they can be quite intense. So we're getting this reconciliation. So I feel like for some of you, there might have been some sort of a break that has happened here. Maybe something got, the energies got a little bit too intense. Things got a little bit very difficult. And so there may have been this sense of things are so heavy between us right now. Maybe we need to just kind of take it easy and step back, see toil and labor. So I do feel that this person may have been, very focused on working on their career, money, abundance. They might be working very hard in other aspects of their life. And so it's like, it felt like everything at a certain point was becoming very, very, all about effort, right? A lot of efforting going on, a lot of struggle, toil, labor. I feel like this person may have kind of lost their sense of how to show up in this relationship in a better way, in a more open, loving, and giving way. I feel like that has been a struggle for them. And again, that might be what has contributed to tension, because I do feel that there's been a lot of tension between you and this person. Stress, right? To me, a lot of this will is also a little bit of an emperor's energy, right? So it might be like they are used to having things done their way, or they're used to getting their way. And there might have been a push and pull between the two of you, because they may have a very strong personality. You do as well, right? And so there might have been a little bit of this tension, a little bit of push and pull going on. And at some point, both of you may have felt that, wait a second, this is starting to feel very heavy. We have a lot of things that we're trying to accomplish in our life. we have, we work hard, we have other responsibilities. And when it comes to the two of us, we should feel like we are relaxing together. We should feel like when we come together, it is a way of releasing tension, not adding more tension. So I feel like this person is realizing that maybe, some of the things that they've been doing, saying, the way that they've been showing up in the relationship has been adding to the pressure, or maybe adding to the stress instead of taking away from it. Yeah, see? So this is, again, this relaxation, cozy, warm, secure, you feel at home with each other. I just feel like this is what they're realizing that needs to happen now between the two of you, that maybe there's been, at some point you used to feel very at home with one another. You used to feel like you are my home. You are my, the place I go to get away from the troubles of the world, right? And at some point, maybe that shifted a little and it became just as stressful as everything else. And so this is why this person right now may have gone into some sort of retreat, introspection, silence, go deep within yourself. So they may be taking this time right now to come to some realization, to come to some answer as to, where they are right now, what can be done better, what needs to happen here for this relationship to get to a better place. Because I do feel, again, this entire reading, there seems to be some sort of tension. Now, because we're getting like a silence and solitude, I'm wondering if for some of you, whatever is causing this tension is not yet talked about. Okay, there's something silent here. Something that people are afraid to talk about or bring up. I'm getting an energy also of walking on eggshells. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you guys you feel like you've been walking on eggshells around each other, like you're afraid to bring something up. You know that something has to be talked about. You know that something has to be said. There might be some major issue that's kind of sitting there, like the elephant in the room between the two of you. Okay, I feel like, but people are afraid to bring it up. Either you are afraid to talk about it, they are afraid to talk about it. I feel that both of you are afraid that if you do talk about it, what if it turns into a fight? What if it makes things worse? Okay, so there's definitely something here that it feels like it's like a heavy energy that is like putting pressure on the relationship, something unspoken, something that is feeling very heavy, something that it's almost easier to not talk about than to actually talk about or discuss. And I feel that they are also realizing slowly that, this can't last forever. At some point, whatever these issues are, whatever these tensions are, they're going to have to be talked about, right? And part of it may have to do with each of your inner children. There's something here. I feel like there might be something triggered. Okay, playful, happy, enjoy the present moment, live to the fullest. I feel like this person, that is what they ultimately want with you. They want to enjoy each moment with you. And I feel like at some point in the past, you guys were enjoying that. Like there is something within the two of you that is very, very at home and peaceful and happy with each other. But I feel like your person is realizing that they want more of those moments, okay? Because there are two energies coming through from this inner child. And I feel like part of it is that you guys have when things are good, when things are relaxed between the two of you, you guys have a beautiful energy. Okay, you guys have a lot of fun. You guys can be really playful with each other. I feel like you guys are like partners in crime. Each of your smiles light up each other's world. Like I feel like when you see this person smile, your heart just opens up. When they see you smile, your heart just opens up. You feel very playful and you have these wonderful moments that are very bonding, that really bring the two of you very close together. And I feel like those are the moments that each of you very much cherishes. And I feel like over time, maybe those moments have become less and less. right? And instead there have been some sort of, the second energy from this inner child is that there's been places where you are triggering each other's inner child wounds. And that is where this heaviness may have come from, okay? And that is where the will, that stubborn quality, when this person is triggered, they may become very stubborn. They put up a lot of walls. They may become very silent. They go into their cave, okay, when they become triggered. Then it almost becomes like a wall where you can't really talk to this person. They're not open to talking. And I feel like that is the realization that they're coming to, is that if they want to truly connect with you, if they want to go back to this energy of home, of the things that you have felt together before, that they can't just go back into those walls, right? Like, it's not helping. Okay, it's making things worse. Let's see. What else are they realizing? King of Cups, see? So this is so important. I feel like this person right now is realizing that it is time for them to get back into their heart space, get back into their emotions, because I feel like this person, again, has been so kind of, focused on how to run away from their emotions, right? I feel like the harder this has become between the two of you, the more these more difficult energies and pressures from life are coming out and putting more of this like heaviness on the relationship, the more this person has emotionally shut down. And I think they're realizing that oftentimes that's what they do, that when things become difficult in their relationship with you, they tend to emotionally shut down and put up those walls. And so now the only way to come back to you again with this reconciliation, and I do feel like for many of you, it's not even that you're actually separated. It could just be that you feel emotionally disconnected, right? That there's an emotional disconnect, and the only way to come back from that is through this King of Cups. Open up my heart, okay? Open up my emotions again. They've been very stuck. There's a lot of stuck emotions. Temperance, beautiful. Bringing balance back into this relationship is also key. I feel like this person is realizing that something here has gone out of balance, okay? And again, I feel like that out of balance is becoming more material, focusing more on just the realities of life and letting those realities of each of your lives get to you, right? Whether it is responsibilities, work, hard work, hustling. I mean, there's so many challenges that we all go through in life, and they can take us away from our emotions, right? Like we set our emotions aside. And I feel like that's what this person and you probably have been doing for some time, because you don't want to talk about it. You're afraid to talk about the real emotions. And that's why this King of Cups is coming out. That's why this Temperance is coming out. And I feel like that is so important. So important to bring the balance back between your, what's going on in life versus what's going on in your heart. See the Sun, because this person really wants this relationship to work. Okay. They see you in such a beautiful, such a positive light. You bring light to this person's life. You are really important to them. Okay. You are someone that this person is not going to compromise anything on. Like, I feel like they feel like so far there's been a compromise that has happened. And that has come more from kind of like the conditions of life, Sometimes we get into these phases where it's like we're not at all allowing ourselves to feel the emotions that we need to feel. Okay. And I feel like that's the problem with this person. They are not allowing themselves to feel the emotions that they need to feel. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So see, they want a new cycle here. They want things to be different, to be better. They want things to shift here into a new phase with you. And they want that phase to be very, very positive, because there's definitely a bit of a darkness. Like if you look here with this relax, you see how there's a darkness coming through there? There's kind of like a dark time that I feel between this toil and labor and this card right here. There's been a bit of like a darker energy, a bit of like a more heavier, it's weighing, see, Seven of Wands, resistance. It's been weighing on us. It's made us resistant to each other. It's made us very defensive with one another, right? So I feel like there's a heaviness that this person definitely wants to come out of. And look at the fact that we got so many major arcanas here. We have Temperance, we have the Sun, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this tells us, group one, that there is a major shift in the realizations coming through from this person's heart. Okay, they are shifting. They are shifting very, very powerfully. They want this relationship to come into its fullest potential. This person wants to be with you. They want to balance things with you. They know, they understand, they feel that things have been out of balance. Okay. They know that you guys haven't been able to, or, you know, had the opportunity maybe to really sit down and talk about the things that have gone out of balance. Maybe there's been a lot, see, I said there's been a lot of resistance to actually talking about it. Right? Again, that elephant in the room, right? You guys may be feeling very defensive. I feel like there might be certain topics that you guys just don't agree on, or things that are like, you feel like are getting in the way of this relationship actually relaxing into what it could be. So I feel like this person is realizing that it's time to also lower that resistance. That if they want this Wheel of Fortune, they want this brand new kind of new cycle to begin between the two of you, to let go of the old and let in the new energy. Because again, this energy is very kind of old and tired, and I feel like your person with this King of Cups energy, the more that heart can come out, the more the emotions can be spoken, the more the balance can be brought back here, the better it's going to be, the more that sun is going to shine, because you are a light in this person's eyes. You know, you are a light in this person's eyes. See, your perfection. There you go. Your perfection, your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted in someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. See, I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. Okay, so to me, that frustration right there is also another indication of this heavier energy, right? Sometimes, again, life just becomes frustrating. Life just becomes a bit more difficult than what we want it to be, right? So I'm resisting my desire for you because it's too late now. We've grown apart and you moved on. So that's a special message right there. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, you know, you might be, because we're getting this reconciliation, you might actually be in a separation, and this person might be afraid. Maybe they're watching your social media. Maybe they're observing you somehow, and they're afraid that maybe you have moved on. So take that as, you know, for some of you, not for everybody, special message there. Okay, so let's take a look at when can you see some sort of a shift here? Whatever change you are looking for, whatever message you are looking for, group one, when can you see this starting to happen? Okay, so during the full moon phase, you can look up when that is. Monday, on any given Monday. And during the second quarter moon phase. Okay, so this could be during any one of these time periods as you are moving forward. Okay, so this is what I have for you. Overall, I just feel like your person is ready to make that shift from kind of like that darker place to a place of light, to a place of opening up all of the positive energies that are there, that you both might be afraid to bring your defenses down and actually talk about, so you can work through them. I think this is very, very positive. So if you'd like to have a private reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. All right, my beautiful group 2 that chose this Queen of Cups with the orange adventuring and these Zodiac Signs, if you chose through Zodiac Signs. Let's see what your person has realized or is realizing now about you. Also stay with me until the end, because if you have been waiting for some sort of a shift in this situation, in the energy, or if you've been waiting for a sign or some sort of contact or message, we're going to get you some guidance on divine timing, you know, when you might get that. Okay, so stay till the end for that. Okay, so let's see, what if they realized about you? We're going to start with your oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot as well. Okay, so let's see. Fear. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like maybe one of the main things that your person is realizing that maybe they have, and when I say maybe, I only mean maybe in the sense of maybe they have not been able to tell you how scared they are. Maybe there is some sort of pride that they have, or some sort of a kind of block that they have to sharing that there's something in this connection, something about the intensity of what they feel for you that definitely scares them, because I don't think that they have felt this way before about anyone else. Not that they haven't dated other people or been with other people. For some of you, they may have even been, you know, married to other people in the past, but there's something about you that is sparking a different kind of energy in this person. There's something about you that is bringing out some sort of very intense emotions that might be putting your person into this kind of like space here where it's like, okay, yes, it is good, but it's also really scary. I don't know what to do with these emotions. I haven't felt something so intensely. Okay, so this may be, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a very deep soulmate or twin flame type of energy. I wouldn't be surprised. It is definitely opening up a particular, I'm getting the word portal, like portal of emotion, portal of intensity. For some of you, I also feel that maybe each of you have tried to let go of this connection. Okay, because I feel like you guys may have started out as very, very good friends. Okay, but the friendship may have grown into something deeper than either of you realized. Okay, I feel like this person, for some of you, I feel like this person is struggling with the fact that they feel so close to you as a friend. And now those feelings of friendship are becoming something a lot more, a lot deeper. And that could also seem very, very scary to this person. Something they're not used to, something they are unfamiliar with, right? I feel like it's opening up things for them. And that's another reason why I feel like this fear is coming through. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this person thinks of themselves as a very dear friend, a very close friend to you. And for some of you, I feel like they may not want to ruin that friendship or lose that friendship. And for some of you, I feel like whatever the way this connection started, whether it was through friendship or through something else, it has grown in intensity, okay? And that is what is scary to this person. The intensity that has grown either over time or very quickly is something this person was not prepared for. They didn't see this coming. I feel like their love for you has hit them like a train. Like it's just like hit them like, oh my God, like what is this? Like I did not see this coming. For some of you, I feel like, again, with this friends energy, I feel like for some of you, this could have even started out very casually. You know, like neither of you were looking for anything serious. You had a really good energy together. You really enjoyed each other's company. And it started out as like very casual, like, oh, not a big deal, you know? And then there's something in the energy that really shifted, and shifted very, very quickly or very intensely, okay? And that's where I feel like this person, they do feel a sense of honor around this relationship, okay? They are very protective of this relationship with you. They're very protective of you. They feel like they have a responsibility and honor around where this goes and how they behave. I feel like this person is very sensitive right now to the way they act towards you, okay? They don't want to do anything to hurt you. They don't want to do anything to disrupt what you've got going or what you are building, or where, I feel like they're just feeling very sensitive right now, very sensitive about like not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to say something wrong or do something wrong. Like there's this cocoon time. Again, I feel like it comes from this energy right here of them kind of being like in that, that like cocoon, in that kind of like this yellow light here. Like there's this sense of like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing. I'm afraid of doing the wrong thing. Maybe I should talk less and feel more. So right now I feel like they're in a state of, I need to sit with these emotions, because there's emotions coming up here that I just have not processed. So you might also be noticing that this person might be a little bit more quiet than they normally are. And it's not because they don't want to talk to you. It's not because they don't want to connect or engage with you. I feel like they might be a little bit more on the quiet side because they are feeling something very deep and they don't know how to process it or think about it quite just yet. Like they're trying to gather their thoughts. They're trying to process these feelings. They don't know how to talk about these feelings quite yet. It's not that they won't talk about it, but they don't know like what to say right now. And again, they feel very honor bound not to make the wrong move. They don't want to say it wrong. They want to be able to gather their thoughts. They want to be able to, get through this intensity and make some sense out of this intense love, this intense attraction that they are feeling for you. And it might be very new to them, okay? For some of you, it's like I said, it might have started out very casually, or you guys could be friends, and it might be a very new and intense thing for this person, and they just don't know. Like they're just like being, like I said, I feel like they're being hit so hard by it, right? Yeah, material. Okay. So I feel like this person right now, like they might be acting towards you like they are a little bit quiet and distracted. Hey, I'm so sorry. I've been a little bit quiet. I've been a little bit distracted by my work, by other responsibilities. But I feel like that's kind of like an excuse right now because they're too afraid to say what they're truly thinking. So you might see this from the outside as somebody who's like, oh my gosh, I just got this new job, or I just got this new position, or I'm trying to get a promotion, or I'm trying I'm hustling really hard right now. Oh my gosh, I'm just so busy. There's this kind of right now, this is their kind of defense mechanism. Okay. As they're processing through these feelings, there is I feel like they are kind of putting up a wall, or they're kind of not putting up a wall, but it's in their defense, they're trying to say, oh, I really need to focus on this new job. Oh, I really need to focus on this, new position or new promotion or whatever it is. It's like, it's a good excuse right now because they are a little bit distant, right? They are a little bit distant. And I think that, again, the reason why they're a little bit distant is because there is something there in these new emotions that are coming up, that are coming through. Okay, new emotions. I just feel like these are emotions, see, that they've never felt. So this is why I feel like they are right now, they have a bit of a mask on. Okay, they may not be telling you fully what they are thinking and feeling at this time. It's not that they don't want to tell you, that they don't plan to tell you, but I feel like right now they need to kind of hide behind something else as they are processing. Okay, processing what the heck am I feeling? What do I want from this? Am I ready for this? Can I commit to this? Am I ready for this to go to another level? Is it more than I can handle right now? I don't want to lose you at the same time if I can't handle it right now. I just feel like there is, there's definitely, them not really being able to truly open up their emotions quite just yet. Not quite just yet. That is the energy I'm getting. And like I said, I feel like that is why, to me, the separation energy here is more about them being separate from themselves as well. Like they are kind of separating themselves from their emotions at this time because the emotions are so intense. And they just need a little bit of that distance right now. And that's why they're focusing on the material world, because I think them focusing on their work or their kind of material life is bringing them some relief from the intensity of the emotions. Okay, there's an intense energy. See, Page of Cups. So they definitely want to reach out to you. Okay, they definitely want to reach out to you. They definitely want to share their feelings, their thoughts, and their emotions. But the fact that it's coming through more as Page of Cups, I feel like that also shows us why they're struggling with the, putting the mask on. They're struggling with the fear. Page is very much like an immature energy. Like I'm not fully yet connected to my emotions. I'm not masterful. Like a King of Cups would be like so open, so ready, so ready to talk about my emotions, to share my emotions, to connect with you at that deeper level. This is more like I'm still kind of finding my way. Like I want to communicate. I want to tell you how I feel. I want to share my emotions, but I'm not quite there yet in a way that I can do it to the fullest. Three of Wands. That's why there's some sort of a waiting time here, okay? Three of Wands. I feel like this person is kind of preparing themselves. Like I feel like they are not quite yet ready. They're realizing, they're in the state of realizing how deep their emotions are for you, okay? They know that. They definitely know that. But I feel like it's a process. Like this person is not somebody who processes that quickly. That's the energy I'm getting. That they are definitely slow at processing emotion. They're definitely slower at trying to figure out what it is that they're truly feeling and what they want to do with those feelings. Okay? So, and that's not a bad thing. We all are allowed to process at a level that works for us, right? And I do feel that this person, once they have gone through that processing time, once they have, given themselves the space, because see, I feel like the reason why this person, group 2, I really feel the reason why this person doesn't process as quickly is precisely because they feel emotions very, very, very intensely. Okay, this person feels intense emotion. They are an emotional person, and again, that's not a bad thing. They feel their feelings very deeply, and because of that, they definitely take their time to process through those. Okay, we're getting 7 of Wands. So again, I feel like sometimes they resist those emotions. That's their first kind of, and not surprising, see, Seven of Wands with that deception energy, not surprising at all. I feel like this shows us that because this person feels things at a very deep level, and when they fall in love, they fall really, really hard, okay? This is another realization that this person is having. I feel like they are questioning right now very deeply, am I in love with you? Like, oh my gosh, am I in love? Like they're asking themselves that question. And I feel like, again, that is why they're wearing that mask right now, because this person, they need time to process when they have fallen in love, okay? It's like, wow, am I really in love? They have to ask themselves that question. Because I feel like they can be very resistant. It's almost like they have to explore within themselves to get over that fear, because they do have a fear of that intensity, right? They have a fear of intensely falling in love. And I feel like it doesn't happen that often to them. It has in the past, I'm sure, but also it's like, it's very special when it happens. And it's a big deal for them. See, 10 of Wands. So again, I just feel like this person, they have intense feelings for you, but they struggle, okay? They struggle with how to make sense out of those. They struggle with, or at least right now, again, 3 of Wands, they're in that phase of struggling with what to do with those feelings, struggling with what it is that they truly want to happen, right? What are they ready for? What can they commit to? What are they willing or can give to this connection? I feel like that is what they are struggling with. So I don't feel that the emotions are an issue, right? Like I feel like their emotions and their love for you is becoming more and more clear to them. But the more clear those emotions become, the more it feels stressful, because again, it's like they know that they need to have that conversation. They know that they need to tell you, but they need that processing time to actually be able to say, this is how I feel, and this is what I think I can do in this relationship, right? Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so wow. So to me, this is also another indication of just that sense of this is going to take some time, okay, for them to process. They may not be somebody who is ready right away, okay? With that Ace of Swords coming also in reverse, I feel like it's a mind and a heart thing with this person. They want to open up their mind. They want to open up their heart, but they are definitely trying to figure out what to do. I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. See, you definitely challenged this person to expand. You're mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah. IDC, I want the world to know you're mine. My heart always comes back to you even when I don't want it to. So see, this is why to me, that's the Seven of Wands energy, okay? There is some resistance here due to fear, okay? But I feel like this person is working through that. And when they get to the other side, that is when you will see them come through fully with those emotions. That is when they will have that conversation with you. They will open up their heart and tell you exactly where they stand. So let's give you some timing in the next few hours. Wow. Okay, that's faster moving energy. Timing for any kind of question that you had around the timing of something shifting or you getting a message or whatever it is during the waning crescent moon phase. And it will take longer than you anticipated. Okay. So the way I see this is in the next few hours, I feel like with that Page of Cups, I feel like this person is definitely going to stay in communication with you. Now, it may not be like big, I love yous and, I've realized my feelings. It might not be big messages, but I feel like they're staying in touch because they love you, right? So they're going to continue to stay in touch, but the big admission, the big confession of feelings is definitely Three of Wands. It's going to take its little bit of time for them to be ready for that. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. They are all, everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 who chose the Queen of Wands, the Jade, and these astrological signs. Let's see. What has your person realized about you? And stay with me until the end because we'll also be getting divine timing. So if you have a question about when, you know, the energy may shift in this connection, if you have a question about when you might hear from this person or when, you know, things will change, we're going to get you some general guidance on when that might happen. So stay with me until the end for that. Let's see, what have they realized about you? We're going to start with your oracle cards. And then we will do your tarot as well. Okay. So let's see, what do we have here? Patience. All right, so I feel like, you know, there have definitely been some issues or challenges that have slowed this connection down. I feel like your person definitely realizes how patient you have been and how this situation, whatever it is, has definitely required a certain amount of patience. I also feel that they have the sense of like everything that you guys want is kind of on the other side of this. You see how like there's a pathway, and it's interesting because this person even has a balloon. So I just feel like there's this pathway into that next beautiful universe of opportunity that the two of you could have. Like the opportunities are endless. The adventures you could have, what you can accomplish together is endless. It is vast. It is beautiful. But there's definitely a path that is leading there. You're not quite there yet. And I feel like that is what this person is thinking and feeling at this time. Is that they feel like there's so much possibility here for the two of you. There's so much that can happen. There's so many beautiful things that you could do together. They see a beautiful future here, but it's like there is some sort of a pathway or some sort of a road that the two of you are on that is going to require some patience in order to get to that place of full kind of the fruition of that potential, you know, of what something could be. And I think that is going to be really, really beautiful. I feel like this person doesn't want anything to become toxic along that path. Now, maybe, I mean, maybe there have been codependency issues that this person has definitely dealt with in their past. And so that's why I feel that there has been some patience that has been required in this connection. I feel like this person has definitely been in more negative situations in the past. They've definitely struggled through difficult relationships in the past. I feel for some of them, it all started with their relationship with their parents or the people who raised them. I feel like for many of you, this person has seen a lot of struggle from childhood, and they don't, you know, for many of them, I feel like they don't have the best role models for what a healthy relationship actually looks like. So because of that, they may have struggled through relationships in the past as well that became more toxic, right? And I feel like this person may be right now taking this road more slowly because they don't want to fall back into those patterns, or they don't want the relationship to fall into the patterns that they have already experienced in the past. So this is why I feel like this person sees that there are beautiful things that the two of you are on the road towards, but they're very, very intentional. Like, they're slow moving. They're very much about like, okay, you know, I've seen a lot of crappy things. I don't want that to seep into this. I don't want that to be part of our experience. So I feel like this person also realizes that every time they've rushed into a connection, every time they've let like deep chemistry or very, very intense attraction make them jump into something, it has eventually turned toxic. Okay, so I feel like that is another reason why they are also trying to be patient. They're also saying, let's not, you know, even though we feel this crazy passion for each other, even though we may feel this crazy intensity for each other, let's not just dive into that, because sometimes, you know, that just, while it's a very exciting in the beginning, it blows up in my face later. I feel like that is a definite realization that this person has had. And with you, they want to see the bigger picture. See, isn't this beautiful? I actually love this energy, because I feel like it is about seeing the bigger picture of where this relationship can go. And I feel like this is the same energy as this, right? As you walk along this path, this perspective widens from this kind of like very like limited kind of, see how this world is very limited? It's just kind of like, you know, brush, you know, brown kind of you know, it's and then when you get into this cloud-like world, then you reach that portal of seeing the biggest picture, the picture of the universe right here. And we have that same kind of energy here. This is also very brown. This path is very kind of like you know, what we have in front of us right now can easily go into, you know, something codependent. And because that's my pattern from the past, that's what I've seen, that's what I have replayed in my life. I don't want that anymore. I don't want this barren landscape. You see how this is very like barren, this is very like limited. And then if you look at the bigger picture, the bigger perspective, there's so much more there. And I feel like this person is also looking, you see how this person is looking towards the bigger picture as well. They're looking towards the sky. They're looking towards what can be beyond and past the limited perspective oftentimes that we have from, you know, our own past experiences have limited us in a certain way, right? Yeah. So this person feels that you are very, very special. You are very different. You are very unique. Their perspective of you is that because you are special, you are different, this connection, this love, what they feel for you is so different and so special that they have to handle it in a different way, in a better way than they've ever handled any other relationship that they've had in the past. I think that's very important for this person. I feel like that is why they are taking their time. They are trying to do things differently, do things better than they ever have, because you are in a privileged place in their mind and in their heart. You are definitely in a privileged place. You hold a much higher place in their eyes, in their heart, in their world, in their life. And they want to come to this from that higher place. That is so beautiful. And I think they've realized that. They've also realized that they want this relationship to have a much higher and better place in their life, in your life, than what they have ever experienced in the past. See, there you go again. Hidden path. Have you noticed this entire reading so far? There is a path. There is a path to something bigger, greater, and better. That is why this person is being patient. That is why maybe they want you to be patient, because they want to slow down and be on the right path. They want the path that the two of you are on to lead to something wonderful. And sometimes that path feels a bit hidden. They're still trying to find their way. Because again, I feel like this person is trying to do things differently this time with you than they ever have with anybody else. And when you're trying to do something different and break a pattern, especially if you've had toxic patterns in your previous relationships, that path can look hidden. Because you are definitely going through new territory. It's something new. It's something different. You're trying not to repeat the mistakes that have haunted you from the past. So this is why I feel like this person definitely has that hesitation. They're taking it slow. Past heartbreak, broken trust, afraid to move forward. So this is why you may see this in them as a bit of hesitation, whereas they see it as wanting to do things right. Okay, wanting to move forward in the right way, in the right direction. So if it comes across as a bit of hesitation, they want you to know that it's not because of you. Okay, they're not hesitating because something is wrong about you or something's wrong about the relationship, or they're hesitant about you. They are not. They're hesitant about their own tendencies, right? They know they have certain tendencies. And I feel like part of it is I feel like this person is carrying a bit of shame, probably not even necessary, right, to have that shame, but we still have it, right? They're carrying some bit of shame over the way that maybe they've handled relationships in the past. They are embarrassed, you know, by the way that they've handled things in the past. They don't want to repeat that. I feel like they want to do things different and better this time. They don't want to make the same mistakes. So there is some sort of shame or embarrassment that they're carrying, and that's why it's come through with that hesitation. Wow, look at this, beautiful. Okay, so you don't have to believe in twin flames. Take this as it resonates for your situation. If you feel that you are on a twin flame journey, then this is a beautiful confirmation of that. If not, this just means that there is eternal love here. There is a deep passion, twins seeking union, reincarnation as well. Okay, so there is a deep past life bond that has come through in this life. So many of you may be feeling like, wait a second, ever since I met you, I just feel like I have known you forever. I feel like you are so familiar to me. I feel like this person, they may not, may or may not be able to put it in those words. They may not say, hey, I know we have a past life connection, but the way it manifests for them in their own mind and heart is very much about like, oh my gosh, I feel so at home with you. I feel like I've known you forever. I feel like I can open up to you. I feel like I can tell you my deepest, darkest, feelings. And I feel like the more I know you, the more I feel like I can open up to you. I feel like I can trust you. I feel like you listen to me. You understand me. You see me. And I want to do the same for you. So there's a very deep connection here that is just coming to the surface. It may be slow, but that's a good thing because you guys are discovering each other. This person is realizing and discovering more and more, like the layers are being peeled back from their soul, and the true feelings, the true intentions, the true desire for what this can be is coming forward. Wow, I love that. Lovely, lovely. Okay, let's do your tarot. What else is this person realizing or has realized? Four of Cups. Beautiful. I think this is a beautiful understanding that this person is coming through with, that knowing that before they met you, they had decided to, at least for some time, close themselves off to love. They were very undecided. They were very skeptical. They had been through some hard times. They felt very shut down emotionally. They were just like, you know what? I need a break from all of this, because every time I fall in love, every time I pursue love, it ends up, it ends up putting me in a darker place. It ends up not working out the way I want it to. So I feel like this person deeply appreciates who you are, because I feel like you came in and opened up that Four of Cups energy, things that they have, you know, been kind of shutting down for some time because it just didn't work, and you brought that beautiful healing light. I love it. To me, the Sun is just the most healing, beautiful card in tarot because it's all about positivity. I feel like this person has realized, as you know, as they've gotten closer to you over time, that you have brought so much healing to them. You've brought so much positivity, rays of light, sunshine. You know, you've clarified a lot for them. I feel like the other part of the Sun's energy is also clarity, right? The more light you can shine on something, the more clear it becomes. So you've brought so much clarity to this person's life. As they've connected with you, their feelings have become more and more clear to them. Life has become more clear to them. Three of Wands. They feel like they've waited for this for a very long time. They've waited for someone like you. They didn't know if they ever would meet somebody like you, but they feel like the wait was worth it. You know, the three that, you know, like they've always like had this sense of, you know, I don't know if someone like this is out there, but I hope they are, someone like you. I've waited for you for so long. I've waited for a love like this for so long. And now it's finally coming into my life. And that's why I want to deal with it patiently. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to make it worse. Like, you know, like I don't want to like do things with my own kind of like tendencies to make it worse or to sabotage it, right? Six of Wands, beautiful. Another card of patiently moving forward. And I love the owl on this card because to me, it's all about working through with wisdom, right? Like trying to apply wisdom, understanding and taking lessons from your past experiences so that you are wise, so that you can, you know, build this, create this beautiful union from a place of wisdom and understanding, right? And from patience, right? Like I've been waiting for you for a long time. Now that you've come into my life, I am not going to rush through this. I'm going to be wise. I'm going to take it one step at a time. I'm going to look for those small victories, those small positive steps forward, because I'm playing the long game. That is what this person has realized. I'm not looking for just satisfaction right now. I'm looking for the long term. I want this to be something that beautifully unfolds for us in the long, long term. Yeah, Nine of Swords. So there is always going to be an element of stress, right? An element of fear. What if this doesn't work out? What if I screw this up? What if I do something wrong? So I do feel that this person is very sensitive to wanting to do this right, to not turn you off, to not push you away, to not scare you off, right? Like there's definitely like this, okay, I do have some of these like codependent tendencies. I don't want to be toxic to this person. I don't want to scare you off. I really want you to love me and see me for who I am, you know, so they do struggle with a little bit of anxiety around that, you know, they want things to be good. I always look for you at airports as if we'll be at the same place in the world. So take that as it resonates. For some of you, this might be a long distance. To me, I get like a long distance energy from that. So, you know, for some of you, this might be, you know, a little bit more trying or a little bit more stressful, and it might require more patience because there might be an element of distance. It's easier being with someone from my world. So again, I feel like that's another long distance issue. So again, take these messages as they resonate for your situation. I feel like this person, for some of you, it's like geographically in their world, but it also is for some of you with this, you know, if they're struggling with this kind of codependency, they may have this sense of like, you know, if I am with somebody like you and I'm expanded to grow more and more, you know, for some of you, they may feel like, is that too much for me? Would I be able to do that? Would it be easier to just kind of go back into my old cycles? So again, take these as they resonate, because for some of you, this person may be going back and forth, struggling with these older cycles, right? With these older tendencies that they really do need to come out of. And sometimes I feel like when they get into this Nine of Swords, when they get into this fear, it may be this knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, maybe I should just go back to my old ways. Like, you know, I'm just comfortable with that. Like, I'm not happy with them, but there's this sense of like, okay, can I handle it, right? still listening. I listen to the music you've shared with me. It helps me to connect with you, although we are apart. Okay, so there's another message for those of you who, you know, might be struggling a little bit in this connection because maybe of that Nine of Swords, or, you know, losing patience because it may be taking, you know, some time for this to come through. But overall, I still feel like this person, Three of Wands, even if there's been some time here, I still feel like they are moving towards what is possible. You know, what is the vision for what the two of you truly desire together. So let's take a look at some divine timing here. When could this, you know, whatever is your question on timing. Okay, 1 week. November. So I would say between now and whatever this timing is. So between today and November. And between today and September. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order in the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Everything is at livetarot.com. Make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one.